Camera bags. I've got a few. Stuff from Peak Design, F-Stop, Low Pro, Think Tank, and all ranging in sizes from my little sling bag down here, great for single carry, just walk around stuff, up to this big hiking backpack camera bag, as well as my roller bag, which is what I use when I'm on the tool shooting weddings. So when PGYTECH reached out and asked me if I wanted to check out a couple of their new camera bags, I had to think, do I need more camera bags? You're kidding, right? I actually forgot that I'm a photographer. Of course I'm always going to want more camera bags. Let's have a look. Today, I'm going to be comparing the PGYTECH OneGo 2 to the OneGo Lite. OneGo 2, OneGo Lite. Yeah, that's it. Let's have a look at them. Ooh. The obligatory disclaimer, whilst PGYTECH did supply these bags to me free of charge, and I'm not sending them back, they didn't pay me for this video. So thanks to PGYTECH for sending these bags to me, but you can be assured this is going to be an unbiased, unscripted review. Honestly, the unscripting, if I could script a video, these would be so much easier. They're killing me. Okay, cool. So, straight first impressions, they're good looking little bags. I actually don't mind these at all. The OneGo 2, that's going to be, I'm going to struggle with that, but the OneGo 2, this is the 20 litre version. It also comes in a larger 25 litre. Whereas this is the 16 litre OneGo Lite. It's also available in a 22 litre. Now these are obviously pretty close in capacity, the 20 litre versus 16. But the genuine reason why I was interested in these is I've got a couple of things coming up in the near future. The first one is I'm going on a bit of a trip and I'm going to be looking to make quite a bit of content. So I want to take my camera, my Pocket 3, accessories, all the things that I need, but I'm actually limited in how much gear I can take. You're going to see that in a video at a later date. Whereas with this little guy, with my astrophotography, now when I'm out and about with my big bag, which is the F-Stop Anya that you saw earlier, I can really load that thing up, but man, it gets heavy. So I'm actually challenging myself to have a loadout for astrophotography, including a tracker, which is going to fit into a smaller bag, forcing me to be lightweight. Keep an eye out for that video. And with this one, I actually like PGYTECH's slogan, make creation easier, because that's exactly what I'm planning to do with this bag. I need a go bag ready with my gear to actually go out, film myself, talking about photography, talking about education. And honestly, this really looked like it was going to fit the bill. So let's have a look. For me, it's usually going to be a black bag, so these fit in the mix. They do come in a heap of other colors though, so you can check those out. So let's quickly first look at the OneGo 2. It's a light bag. I like that compared to my Anya backpack, which is of course larger, but definitely a bit weightier. Having a look here, so we've got a little top access hatch. Please push the buckle upwards. Oh, there we go. So that comes off easy enough. Get rid of that. So nice little magnetic clip in there. It's not going to come open on its own. And so we do need to get in there. I don't mind that. Gives us access to the top hatch, okay? So we can put some things in there. I'm seeing a nice little pouch, zippered pouch, which is removable. Yeah, it looks like we can pull that one out. So a few little accessories in here. I don't know that I'd be putting necessarily expensive stuff. The flap feels secure enough, and if somebody was going to try and hit and run, they'd have to know to push up on this little lever, but still having that quick access in the top without zippers, etc. is going to be pretty good. On the side here, what have we got? Nice little, this is the side access for the bag. So obviously when it's on the back, sling it around, get to our camera nice and fast. Got little expandable hook here, so potentially water bottles, other things along those lines in there. What have we got? It's also a strap. So we've got a strap and hook to this little eyelet here. Clips on easily enough. It's not too bad. I see similar with Peak Design. They've got these hook and loop systems. Of course, you wouldn't necessarily have your tripod in this side if that's the access to the camera. And over on the other side, what do we got here? Oh, our usual information, the OneGo 2, telling us all the specs. I'll let you go and look up dimensions and stuff. Okay, so on this side, we also have a pouch that opens, some little storage areas here, another zippered compartment here. It's not looking too bad, and an expandable pocket here. And here we also have the hook and loop. Yep, there it is. So tripod would be going into this side if you want to maintain that quick access to the other side. And that too will just click on there and we can tighten down. That's fine. So on the underside, we've got these loops here. So we'll find out in a moment if there's more straps in the bag. Potentially you can put tripods or maybe even something else like a towel, blanket, camping gear. Personally, not a fan of tripods on the bottom of bags, mainly because you're setting it down, but it's more attachment points and that can't be a bad thing. So onto the back, it's a really interesting texture in the actual backpack, back pad, whatever you want to call it, part of it. Certainly it is nice and padded. With our straps, we do have a chest strap here, which is a little, what do we do with that? Oh, we just clip it off that away. Okay, that's just a bit different for me. So I guess we clip onto there. Yep, okay, there we go. And that is not going anywhere. There we go. So that's all good. Of course, these straps are adjustable. Shoulders themselves feel nice and padded, so that's good. And we do have a couple of loops here, potentially hanging things off there as well as loops up the top, so even more touch points. Let's have a look at what the inside is like. All right. Now, I don't mind that. It's only a small thing, and I'm sure PGYTECH's not the only one. All of my other bags, the shoulder straps actually stay on the bag, so it's usually pulling out the straps and then the back. Look, it's only a fiddly thing, but I don't mind that the straps come with the actual back itself. So there we go. We do have some extra straps as well as, what's this? Little stickers. First in the back, so we can see here it's got the 20 litre. We've got it's a magnet, so potentially throwing a laptop down in there. A little laptop here. Perfect. So that's good, as well as another sleeve. So the slots themselves, we've got 2 zones in this bag. Obviously the bulk of our camera gear in here, as well as this top pocket, which is where we get to through the top access. Let's have a look. Okay, not a big fan of that, I gotta say. Feelings about that experience just now. This top layer is all Velcroed in, and you can obviously remove it, can pull it off the back if needed. And potentially for that little bit extra security, not having things falling from this top compartment down into the bottom one. But for ease of access at the back, oh dear. I wouldn't have minded some magnets up there instead, similar to that. But hey, it's only a small thing. I'll see with time and use whether it's really annoying or not. For the moment, I am going to remove this because we need to see both sides. So as I imagine my use case for this bag, and I'm thinking about my camera, a lens, batteries, cables, chargers, other miscellanea, as well up in the top here, things like my Osmo Pocket 3 that's up there recording. Other photography accessories, cleaning cloths, rocket blowers, etc., etc. It's actually looking pretty good. I'm feeling quite confident that the 20-litre choice was the right one for me. Yes, the 25-litre, I could put more stuff in, but honestly, I don't think I can afford to take more gear with me on this trip that's coming up, mainly because of weight, security, and look, honestly, I've packed out bags with everything that they'll take and then only used not even half of what I took. We also have usual suspects, these Velcro straps to keep things in place, and the inner layout is obviously totally removable and readjustable to an extent. I also don't mind the texture of all of these inserts. They feel nice and non-abrasive. And we can also see here, if I do open up the side, that's where our camera will go in. What do we got here? Battery indication system. What's that? Open this up. Oh, got a couple of little magnets here, which I guess green is good, red is bad. Cute, I suppose. What I think I would have preferred is a magnet system in this top panel than these little ones being thrown in there, but hey, it's something different. So I also don't know that I'd necessarily be putting batteries in this side anyway, mainly because of how much larger batteries, especially with my Canon full frames, will protrude. I'd be slightly worried that in things jostling around, and in particular if I've left my viewfinder screen facing out, having something hard here to bump up against it. Maybe I'm overthinking it, maybe not, but I don't know that I'd be storing my batteries in this side. That's just me. I did find a third one. All right, so overall, just that initial first impression. Feels well made. I think it looks pretty good. And we've also got these grab handles here, both at the top and the side. So I'm seeing the side one in particular really useful in those overhead luggage compartments, being able to just reef it out of there, getting off the plane. So overall, feeling like really good quality, feeling comfortable. The wearing experience, I'm going to let you know just in a little bit. Future Glenn is going to come and show you what he thinks. And the fact that it's just going to sit there. So let's check out the OneGo Lite. Alrighty. This is the PGYTECH OneGo Lite. Having a look at it, again, nice, feels like well made, and just on the back of straps, we do have a nice little top grab as well as the side grab on one side over here, which is pretty good. So we do have a top access here. It's the sort of more zipper system to be able to get into the top as opposed to the OneGo 2. Let's have a look on this side. Having a look here, we have also a side access pocket, which is good. And here we go, we've also got this same battery indication system with no battery indicators. Might find them as I continue to go. We do have a little foot sort of pocket here that you could put a tripod in. No, actually it's going all the way through, but there's nothing that I'm seeing as yet that you would actually secure the top of a tripod. So at the moment, not sure how useful that is going to be. Over on the other side, what we do have here is a strap and this little foot area. It still does go all the way through, but it is quite tight, and I could see this loop holding a travel tripod in there. So that's going to be important for me, because I will, with my lightweight Astro kit, I am actually going to a small tripod. You're going to see that shortly. But we do have that secure system on one side, thankfully. So a single expandable pocket on the bag here. You could throw a drink bottle in there, or maybe some snacks, etc. We've also got this cute little braided loop here, which is opening just a small side pocket. So this isn't giving access into the bag more generally, and it is quite large, easily a full hand in there, somewhere to stash more things potentially. So do that up. On the back, our chest strap hook is different to the original. There is a series of loops, but it's not that same clip-in system. Don't know how fiddly this will be or not. Certainly doing it like this, it's a bit fiddly. No, that's not too bad. Probably when it's sitting on my chest properly, it'll be easier to get to. Adjustable naturally. And the shoulder straps feeling nice and thickly padded. The back itself, it feels like less padding overall, which I guess with a bag that you're not going to be necessarily really loading down, but just an observation between the two. The bottom, we've also got the same loops as on the OneGo 2, and the bottom does feel fairly thick and reinforced, and the bag's obviously going to sit there quite happily as well. So let's have a look inside. The same as the OneGo 2. The shoulder straps are integrated into the back itself. There's our bags for the foot. Oh, this is cool. So just a little label calling out a pocket to stick an AirTag into. I don't think I saw that on the other bag, but that's a nice little touch. We also have here a slot for a laptop or iPad with the magnetic latch at the top. It's only one pouch, whereas the OneGo 2 had two pouches. Just something to note. So looking at the top, okay, this I like more than the experience of that very stiff, hard Velcro in the other bag. So just that accessibility into here, being able to put different items. Now, we don't have the divider system as the OneGo 2 did. That did have some dividers up the top, but this access just feels so much quicker, and we still have the ability to zip it up to potentially stop things falling into the back, helping also reduce access if somebody did come in via the top pouch for some reason. And it can also, I can see, just fold away. So you can just tuck it down the bottom there and not even have that active if you didn't want to. Down the bottom here, okay, I am really sort of thinking that for my light loadout, this has been the way to go. So we do have the dividers, and they are pull-outable and adjustable, obviously. It is going to be interesting with the dividers that are in here, how I can format this for my bigger camera. So it is potentially lending itself to smaller format cameras or smaller physical cameras, but that's okay. We'll check that out in a second. The material of the dividers, again, non-abrasive. They don't feel as plush as the other bag, but that's neither here nor there. They're still fine. And certainly compared to some of my earlier bags, which had this nylon-y, plasticky feel, I'm happy with these guys. So you can see we do have our side access. If we did pop it open, getting our camera out. So that's all looking pretty good. So for my lightweight Astro bag, camera with lens, maybe another lens, maybe not. Tracker up in the top here. Associated paraphernalia, batteries, cables, beanies, hand warmers, etc. I'm imagining that's all going to fit quite well. So this size also for what I intend to use it for. Of course, I'm going to use it for other things, but primarily as I saw the specs on this bag. It just really said to me this idea of a lightweight Astro kit, you do want a lightweight bag. And the experience on the back, throw that on. Now, of course, it's got nothing in it, but it's sitting quite well. Got our adjustable straps, so that's not looking too bad. Does my bum look big in this? So let's have a quick side-by-side comparison of the two bags, just to give you an idea if you are wondering which one is going to better suit your need. Let's have a look inside. You can see the main storage area. We're not only a bit narrower with the OneGo Lite versus the OneGo 2, we're also not as tall. The secondary storage area up here, obviously larger on the OneGo 2 versus the OneGo Lite. Got the different access you've already seen, the magnet access to the top of this, the zipper access to the top of that. They are near enough as deep as each other. Let's actually get a lens as our tape measure. Okay, this is a Tamron 15 to 30 mil face down in the light. Okay, we are proud of the top, so it is sticking out, and probably technically the bag will fit, but I'd imagine with it in the vertical position, I would feel that sticking into my back. Over on the OneGo 2, there we are. So it is definitely, it's in line with the top of the bag as opposed to being just above. So the OneGo 2 is that little bit deeper where you're storing lenses, where you're storing lenses vertically. But of course, with configuration, we can move this over here, we can store it on the horizontal. So that's no problem. But let's try and get a camera into each of these and just see what that experience is like, because I'm already seeing we're pretty tight over here, but let's check it out.
3 weeks later.
Well, that's awkward. I've lost a bit of footage. That's a real pain, but the good news is this next little part, as we come into the wrap up, including my recommendation on whether you should consider these bags and would they be a purchase for you, is I've actually had both of these out in the field now, weighted down with some gear, so I can have some real world thoughts for you and not just a pure unbox. On the Astro side, just for context and size, there's my Canon R5 with a Tamron 15 to 30 mil lens. Got my Sarui tripod over here, Samyang lens. We've got a tracker. This is the Nomad. Move Shoot Move sent me one of these to check out, which I'll be doing in a future video. Thanks, Move Shoot Move. And we've also just got other bits and pieces, gloves, head torch, etc. Over on this side, replicating this trip coming up, I've got a Canon R5 Mark II, 24 to 70 mil lens, as well as a 16 to 35. There's also my macro 100 mil. It won't come on the trip with me, but it's just something else to have in the bag to make sure I've got a bit of heft to it. Got my shoulder harness, got a little SD card, etc. carrying case here, couple of batteries, the Pocket 3 accessories. There's going to be more electronics, cables, battery packs, PowerPoints, etc. So that's just mirroring that. Also got the carbon fiber real travel tripod. This was sent to me by Freewell. We'll also be checking that out in another video. Thanks, Freewell. And other bits and pieces, including including a water bottle over here just for more weight. So let's get them packed out. Okay, let's talk about the big bag, the OneGo 2. Now I've put a lot of stuff into this. Let's just check the weight. Okay, that is 7.5 kilos, near enough. So 7.5 kilos, it's not light, but we do have the Freewell tripod nice and secure on this side. As you can see, plenty of room for the water over on this side. This is the camera access side. On the back, yeah, so that all feels good. Any concerns I had about this clip, within 5 minutes of using the bag, it's not fiddly at all. We just click into there, good and tight, keeping the straps where we need them, and to bring it off, easy as that. I had this bag out on a couple of day trips, both of them I was walking for more than 5 kilometers at a time, over 2 or 3 hours, but deliberately weighed it down just to get that feel for it. With the exception of when I first had it on, I could feel the bottom of the bag just in the small of my back, but within a kilometer or so, I guess it's just like wearing a new pair of shoes. Just had to break it in, and now I don't even notice it, so that's fine. And the getting to the top access, that too I actually found was really good. Very quick just to open that up, get to whatever I needed in the top of the bag, and just the magnetic clasp, closing it up, quick and easy proposition. This isn't going anywhere. Now, I did find that even though the access through the top is good and it is convenient, often when I was setting up to shoot a bit of content, the bag was lying flat, and having it open, I was accessing more of this top compartment from the back, exactly like you see it here. This just reinforces for me that having this hard panel on the back isn't going to suit me, but it wouldn't be a reason for me not to get the bag. With the OneGo Lite, now I'll admit straight up, the way I've mounted this tripod, this is designed as a smaller, more lightweight bag, and potentially I'm taking it a bit beyond the extremes by putting my really large tripod on here. And let's face it, the Freewell real travel tripod would mount much easier into here, but that little hole in the bottom that I found before, I can have a leg through, I can strap up the top for stability, so that means that the bottom's not flapping around. It's fine. Throwing it on, sits quite well, sits very comfortably, even with this larger tripod sitting on the back there, so that's no problem. A small problem though, however, is this little guy. It won't reach. I do have slightly broad shoulders, I guess, and yes, I've put it out to its full extension. It's honestly, for me, it's not too big a drama, especially if I do have a lighter weight setup. Sits nice and comfortably on the back. I'm not feeling it in the small of my back like the other bag, but that still did go away. That's okay. All right, so getting into the top, of course, nice and easy. So that's good and quick. And getting into the bag itself, We can easily see access to all of the gear, so no issues there. So my opinion on these bags, and honestly, PGYTECH has not seen this video before publishing, so they haven't had any influence on anything that I've covered in looking at these two bags. Yeah, I'm really happy with them. Having had them for a few weeks now, getting out, using them for real. So I took this one out on a couple of astrophotography workshops. This one, I went for some extended walks more than a couple of times, including all the stuff that you saw in there so I could get that experience, and they felt fine. So these are bags that I'm happy to recommend. Thanks PGYTECH for sending me the bags to check them out. Now why don't you check out this video over here?